experimental film is so rich in imagery. A lonely young girl is in what appears to be a turn of the century bedroom with a creepy waxed faced doll. She tries to keep herself busy with the doll and painting herself on the easel. But things are very odd. Items fall from the ceiling. She hugs a man's coat. The mirror is like a funhouse mirror, and the doll seems alive at times and watches her. I love the clever sound design with such things as loud creaks and an old phone ringing and minor key opera singing. It's interesting that the girl grows up and is still involved with the adult doll. This is a nightmarish but riveting film. Well
I thought
done.
this was really an incredible, well produced piece. Just absolute brilliant production design. The set, the wardrobes, everything just really, really sharply done. Great cinematography, even to the post production. There's certainly some just some great attention to the color and everything here. Just really pops and stands out, and it makes this just vivid, beautiful piece that you just sit back and really enjoy and are in awe of. Definitely a remarkable piece, worth
What
checking out.
an
Cora.
interesting, wild little movie. I love the abstraction. I loved all the mysterious apparitions and that the girl just riveting to watch. I just thought she'd had such presence throughout the whole piece. I love the soundtrack, the colors in this. The way the color treatment was done had something just surreal, like hyper real. So it almost brought us into a fantasy land where pretty much anything can happen, and pretty much anything does. It was very strange, but a lot of fun. Great short film. Yeah, I enjoyed the
Was
ride.
such a wild trip. It was kind of a genre bending sort of piece, really intriguing and effective right off the beginning. With the changes in soundscape, which for some of the moments felt very Lynchian, the very off-putting Foley work, the backwards talking to disorient us. I thought was very effective. That disorienting effect worked throughout the piece, but to give us that unease and that uncomfort or discomfort, and just felt very inventive the entire time. And I think that was very helpful in bringing us inside our lead character's inner state. I thought one of my favorite shots was the filming from behind the chair with our lead as the caged bird or just a caged, imprisoned person. The gaze of the doll standing in judgment, one object to the other objectified. There was a great sense of tension throughout and themes of confinement to the domestic space and questioning of where a woman belongs, female ideals and standards as beyond objects of beauty. So it was so interesting having the parallel with the doll almost seeking her own freedom from a woman who is also imprisoned, it seemed, in this room herself. No other contact. And dressed to the nines with nowhere to go. I just thought this was, yeah, very much an intriguing piece, and I was quite captivated with what they put out there, and it kept me on my toes.
Very creepy and unsettling in an unexpected way. It was like a almost medieval fantasy world of this little girl, but then that sense of time period was broken by the mic she was holding, or by, anytime she spoke, it was this distorted radio Charlie Brown parent kind of like mumbly thing happening. I feel like this film took reality and like gave it a little twist. There were moments where the actual visual was distorted, but that feeling of distortion happened, I feel like, throughout the film and in different ways, in the soundscape or in the way the little girl was behaving or in the way that reality was sort of messed with, like the rules of reality were not really applying in this film. the doll was so lifelike. It was and it was so much the way that it was shot too. I think partly it was the object of the doll, but there was one particular close up of the doll's eyes where I was like, oh my God, the eyes are going to move. And I was like, why do I feel like they're going to move? I don't know, but anyway, that's the magic of filmmaking. They managed to make an inanimate object seem like it was going to come to life at any second without actually animating it. Very effective, very, very weird and unsettling. There was sort of a resolution at the end, but not in a way that will help you sleep at night. But I don't think the point of the film was just to freak the audience out. I think there were some underlying themes about identity or about growing up or assumptions about reality or like the weird worlds that children go into when they're by themselves and the realities they can create, or the way that children are sensitive to the realities that are put onto them. So there's a lot of depth and complexity to it, in addition to being solidly
I
creepy.
really liked the concept and storyline of Khora. It was deliciously creepy, and there were just these little things that would happen throughout the film that if you weren't paying attention, you would miss. When she first puts the doll, first of all, the doll, very unsettling. When she first puts the doll in the chair and then she goes to start painting, you see in the mirror that the doll's gone. It's like, whoa. Like the blood dripping from the ceiling, the little spider that starts, like, oh, just a great job. Just a great job of it. Nothing was overdone. It was very simple, but also very effective. Now, when the doll comes to life, and we see her like personified, I don't know what they did makeup wise, but they nailed it. That kind of like waxy effect over her face. Like you could tell, like it looked exactly like the doll. So just a really great job. And also I thought the casting was incredible in terms of the little girl then becoming an adult. Just great job, seamless. I really enjoyed the creativity and attention to detail in this. I really enjoyed it. Great job.
Trippy, yo. I was really rocking with it. I really, really, really rock with the visual vocabulary, the way y'all used the camera to tell the story, how subjective it was. Like especially like when she's like throwing the clothes around and the camera like shakes with her arm movements, like, and just the overall strategy of shooting of like subjective camera, not necessarily always POV, but still subjective. And it's not even just, oh, shaky cam for the sake of shaky cam or handheld for the sake of handheld or whatever. It's like motivated, subjective shots. I really rocked with that. I really, really rocked with that. I also really rocked with production design. That room, that house, wherever y'all were, was like pure vibes. However y'all, whether that was like already like that or y'all decorated like that, it was excellent and it added to the story and I loved it. So yeah. Shout out to the cinematography and the production design and the costume design. Really well done.
Very deep and also a bit cryptic as well. I think, anyways, it's very engaging. They used an outstanding analogy about growing pains or, yeah, reaching mature age. I love the setting in the bathroom and also the washroom. The concept of things just coming down. That is very intense. I like the lighting, the music score, the makeup, and the special effects. They are just an excellent complement. But the true core of this is this casting for this kid. She's just a natural actress, and then the older version of her is just like it really grew. It's like a great casting. I love the analogy with the blood. I love the analogy with the ring. It was just a great message, very deep, great work.